Hi everybody, welcome to Sew Like Dotty. I'm Alison and it's great to have you with me today for another episode of Friday Sews. So today I've got a couple of makes to show you, a little bit of work in progress, some things I've got cut ready to sew, a little bit good news and some plans for the week ahead. So I'm back, I feel a little bit refreshed because I've been really busy covering for a colleague. I had a bit of a sewing day yesterday. Today I'm heading out to have maybe lunch and coffee with my daughter, and then I'm going to meet one of my new sewing friends, Lynn West from Sewtoon, for a coffee. And I think next week I'm trying to meet up with Michelle from there and also Linda from Granny Linda Sews. So I just lovely. Lots of you asked how our Sewtoon night out went. It was just lovely. We all went, we had Italian food, we chatted. How great. Just to make friends with people who have the same habit as you. It was kind of great just knowing everybody around the table was all in there, like, you know, me-made things, and yeah, just really nice. So I'm there again on Sunday at Sewtoon. I'm really looking forward to that. Anyway, if you're new to my channel, thank you for stopping by. If you like what you hear, give me a little like and subscribe at the end. And I do just want to say thank you. I don't really mention this often, but I do have a Ko-fi account for anybody who's wanting to support my channel. If you do want to buy me a coffee, I'll always drop that link into the description. And thank you to anybody who's done that so far. It's my second vlog with my new camera. I've got a different mic today. I feel like I'm like that, like a dead move. Ooh. So anyway, you know what I'm like. Fingers crossed it'll all be okay. So what have I got to let you know about? Things that I've made so far, what I'm wearing for a kick-off. So this is another one of my 2 back hacks for the Friday Pattern Company Saguaro set. So this fabric I've had on that shelf for about 1.5 years from Pound Fabrics. I shared it last time, so it reminded me of canal barges, but I wasn't the only one. I mentioned Rosie and Jim to a girl. She was like, yeah, I'm right there with you. Sorry, I can't remember names, but you know that I love your comments, so drop comments below. I love to chat. So I am going to drop in a picture and a video, but I'll just kind of quickly stand up and show you it. So it is 2 backs. I've lengthened the sleeves. These are probably the longest ones that I've done, but I think they're absolutely fine. I haven't put a waistband on this one. The waistband is only on the trousers, so I know you can't see that very well, and I'm not going to attempt to climb on the chair, but it just means that this is now like a woven boxy tee pattern. And to be fair, see, I go all wonky there we go. To be fair, I could easily just keep that going down and it would be like a t-shirt dress to put a belt with it. I'm not great with wearing belts, so I've not done that yet, but yeah, this is probably I think it's the 3rd version of this that I've done now, but it's the first time that I've made it just as a, no it's not, it's the 4th, because I did it in the daisy fabric to go with the pants that I'd already done in that fabric to make like a 4 jumpsuit, but that had the elastic band on. So I lengthened this, I think about 6 inches. I literally just kind of looked at how long I wanted it to be and adjusted the pattern. I did the neck adjustment that I've talked about before, so it's 2 backs, lower the front, and then I just cut a yoke out for front and back. Really easy to do. So I'll drop that video and picture in now if I haven't done that already, and you can have a little look at that. It is cropped, and it's only cropped because I didn't have enough fabric to make it full length, and I'm going to sneeze. Sorry about that. Just hay fever at the moment, absolutely crazy, and my tablets just aren't kind of covering it. I don't know if anybody's the same, and I've kind of given up with makeup for the same way because I feel like my skin feels just dry and awful. So if you're thinking, put a bit of makeup on, Alison, it's not only you. I'm not wearing it for work either. I won't go into details about that, but yeah, let's get into details about other makes. So I finished this yesterday, and I've got, as I shared on my August-September plans, I've got a lot of plans, but I'm just taking my time. So I reached a point yesterday where I've been sewing for about maybe 4 hours, and I just thought, stop, I feel a bit tired, go chill, watch a bit of TV, have a coffee, have lunch. Does anybody else do this? You start sewing in the morning. It got to 2:30 yesterday and I thought, I haven't had any lunch yet. I get so like engrossed in it because I love it. Right, so the next thing to show you, and I will drop a picture of this in as well. I shared this last week on Instagram, but I haven't shared it with you guys yet. So this fabric was, it's the one that I shared. It was from Rainbow Fabrics in the Easter drop. I absolutely love it. Again, it's the same principle as this top. but this time it is just attached to a skirt. You could use any skirt to do this, any pattern you've got, or you could just do rectangles. So if you've got something like the Wilder gown or the Davenport dress, that should fit quite well with this because it's Friday Pattern Company. And I did put a nice long ruffle on this, so this is maxi length for my holidays, but I've started wearing it. I'm not keeping stuff for my holidays. I need to get it worn. It's summer, yay! So sorry, I keep forgetting the camera's up here and I'm looking down there. I need to stop doing that. So yeah, so if you've got a different skirt pattern, you could attach that on, or as I've done today, I've literally just made the Saguaro pants but cropped to fit with that. Or I am also thinking that you could also split the back and put a seam allowance in and lengthen the bodice and attach it so it is an actual jumpsuit with a fastening at the back. That's the other kind of thing that's kicking around in my mind at the moment, but it's such an easy make and it's just perfect in this. This is like it is a viscose, but I don't know if it might be a viscose chalet. I'm not sure, and I don't even know if I've just said that word right, but that won't shock you. If you regularly watch my channel, you know how much I get things wrong, but you just take me as I am. So other thing that I started making was, remember a few weeks ago I shared about swimwear, so I've got a little bit of work in progress. This fabric was from Stitching Ink, and I got 1.5 meters of this because I wanted to play around a little bit more. So I mean, when I'm talking bikini, I'm talking like a crop top or a full length top, and I'm finding even for my size, I would cut about a size 18, that 1 meter is enough to do that. So the pants are kind of together, but they just need the elastic round. Never ever in my days did I think I would be on YouTube holding up effectively what is my knickers in the air, but there you go, hey ho. So I just need to put the elastic on the top and finish these off, and the same with the bottoms, and these are lined with the purple swimwear fabric that I got from Amazon, which the cream one is beautiful, but the purple one, it was see-through, but it's perfect to line these with. So they're the bottoms, and I was really pleased because I've got like my line in the middle at the front. I think they look great. I know they're huge. If anybody's going, Jesus Christ, look at the size of her pants. Wait, you know what? I'm all about size inclusivity. We're just not going to go there. So I started this top, and this is like almost finished as well. So the top and the bottoms are of this, I've shared before, it's the Waves and Wild Waterfall sort of swim set. So this is like the cropped top of that. I'm probably going to put some narrow straps on it. I have cut, this is the one that has the ruffle that goes, so this sort of sits here, and it has a ruffle that goes right across the shoulders. So I shared this a few weeks ago in like a purple, orange, white one that I did as a toile. So I've got this ready, and I've got the ruffle cut. I think that's what they call it, or was there a different word? I can't remember. Anyway, but I've just not put it together yet because it just needs the elastic on. The bottom just needs like the same hem and under. The elastic's already through there. But I am considering with this one, rather than putting the ruffle across my shoulders, it will be too long, I'll just need to trim it down. Maybe putting the ruffle sort of across here at the front, round the arms and across the back. And it will have to have a join in it because obviously I've already cut it. But I'm thinking if I put the join under the arm, nobody but me is going to really be looking under my arms, are they? And I'm thinking if I have straps on, if that needs that extra to support it, I can just drop the straps down when I'm sort of sitting in the sun. So that's a work in progress. The reason it's not finished yet is because I've kind of gone into the world of sharing with swimwear. So just to kind of chat you through this, first of all, I mastered sharing on the Brother machine that's behind me over there. Works brilliantly on that, so I basically effectively left that set up for sharing. I was struggling to do it on my necky, but I did master that, and actually what I needed to do on my computerised machine was not alter the settings at all for the tension. I just put in a larger stitch and put the sharing elastic in the bobbin, and it worked fine. So I was really surprised. But then I did see somebody shared on didn't you? I searched for it on YouTube. I think I'm just going to put this on silent. I thought I'd done this. I did that last time as well. Am I in naughty corner? There we go. So I do have a cover stitch machine, and I have seen somebody share that you can do sharing on your cover stitch machine, which I didn't even think about. So if you haven't looked at cover stitch before, and you absolutely don't have to have one to sew it all, it's a bit of a treat, you know, if you think that you want one. I am using it on my swimwear, but you could use twin needle as well. But anyway, because when you're doing it on a sewing machine, you've got to thread your bobbin with the shirring elastic, and by hand, although I have been doing it on my machine without going through the tension little slot on the top, and that's working really well. But you can actually put your bobbin of elastic onto your, I'm going like this because it's here, onto your cover stitch machine and put the elastic through your looper, because on a cover stitch there's only one looper, where on a serger or an overlocker there's two loopers. And then with the cover stitch you can choose to stitch with 1, 2 or 3 needles. So for this you would only choose one, and basically forming a chain stitch with the shirring elastic. Now this, I did it with this swimwear fabric that I'd got. I'm hoping you can see this all right. Now I think this worked really well just on this little sample here. I just did 2 very short rows, as you can see, but this is much thinner than this one is. So this fabric, I started to do it on the overlocker, the cover stitch, and I just didn't feel like it was working in the same way, so I stopped. But I might go back to using it for the fabric, and you might think, well, what's the advantage? I felt like it was faster, because this is definitely can sew faster. I can adjust the speed. The foot is quite a wide foot, so in terms of, I tend to kind of sew a straight line and then follow that with the foot. So because it's a wide foot, and I could put my needle in needle 1, 2 or 3 and make that wider or narrower. Oh, you know what I'm trying, you know what I mean. But it may or may not work. I'm just going to give it another go. But if you've got a cover stitch, it might be something you want to use, because obviously then you're not having to put the shirring elastic around all those little bobbins, which drives me bonkers. Anywho, I'm digressing. So here we go. I have got a shirred top, which I made yesterday, obviously in that fabric. Now you can see it's sort of dangling down a bit at the bottom. I'll drop these off and I'm going to explain what I'm in the process of. So what I did was I basically did a panel. I think I did about 10 centimetres. I've done a rolled hem on the top, and I did do a rolled hem on the bottom of the fabric, and then I just started doing the rows of shirring. Now I haven't steamed this yet, but I do think, you see, it's like it's come together pretty well. I'm quite pleased with it. Now, I kind of thought I was almost finished yesterday, because what I did was I made a pattern piece, which was the same. I'm trying to show you it. Sorry, I'm all over the place. I made a pattern piece that was the depth of the side. I don't know how well you can see that. And basically, I've made these side panels out of it. So I've enclosed it on there and stitched it down. Sorry. Stitched it down and then brought it along, done a point on the end, and it just ties at the back. And actually I really like how it looks at the back, which surprised me. And obviously you can get it fairly tight. So I've top stitched these side bits down. I've kind of tried to make it really robust for that. Now I don't think I'd go down like maybe any water slides in this. But I need to see, and I may well just drop some little straps into it that I can just drop off. I don't know, because I don't know how they'd look with the back of it either. It doesn't look anywhere near as pretty on the back, but I'm not bothered, because nobody's going to see that but me. Because I was kind of thinking, do I line this? How would I line it? But I actually think, because this is quite a thick swimwear, activewear fabric, I actually think by the time this is shirred in, I don't need to line it. It's not likely to get really soaked in a pool, but we do have a little inflatable hot tub, so these will probably all get a bit of a trial out before we go. So the reason I've dropped those clips out, I'm going to stand up so you can see this, is, God, if Adam's watching this, he'd be like, God, she's back to her blooming boobs again, look. So I really liked, and my intention was to go down to the bottom of this ruffle with the shirring, but when I actually tried it on, I know it's hard to tell when I'm on here, let me just Let me just put my bather on. 2 seconds. It's not fastened very well at the back, but when I do that, obviously I need to make sure the girls will fit into this distance here and be secured, so I am going to put some elastic around the top. I feel like when it's tighter, the top bit sits okay, but I'm going to buzz it round. When I do, the bottom bit looks a bit funny, so what I'm going to do is fold that up, and when I folded it up and clipped it round yesterday, I felt like it looked really nice, so I'm going to take it off again. So that's what I think I'm going to do. But I think the reason I'm hanging on putting the ruffle on the other one is just in case this doesn't work out. I don't want to end up with a non-usable bikini out of it, because I really like it. So I did a bit of a trial run. I have put some elastic in here, but I think I'll probably take this up. It doesn't help you, does it? If I'm looking down and thinking about what I'm going to do, it doesn't really help you at all. So basically I'm going to put some more elastic in, and I'm going to hem that into there somewhere so it'll flatten off the bottom of it, and it still fits. It feels like it does, so that's why that one's still work in progress. I don't know if I'll share any more. I think I definitely want to try that ruffle in a different way on that other little top and see how that works. And I am thinking of kind of doing a bit of a bandeau bikini top. I don't know why I'm doing that. Is that a new word? Bikini top? I don't know. But yeah, my brain's still running with swimwear. I've got a few weeks yet, so it's definitely work in progress. So what else do I have to tell you about? I've won something. Yes, can you hear like confetti cannons going off and everything in the background? I know loads of people win prizes for Instagram competitions and stuff, and I'm genuinely thrilled every time somebody wins one. I think, yay, but I've won my first one, I'm so pleased. Kath from Made by Kath Craft and Sally from Secret Life of a Seamstress in July were running a sew mashup Instagram competition, and if you know me, you know I'm forever putting different sleeves in different things, chopping and changing this. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't, but I entered a couple of things into there and I won a prize. So I've won a £25 voucher for First for Fabrics, which randomly of course is literally 5 minutes drive away from me, so I'm not going to rush into spending that. Julie has been in contact with me from First for Fabrics this morning to ask me if I wanted an online voucher or in store. I'm going to get an in-store one. And I see Tamlin on Sunday at Sawtoon, yay! And it's going to get passed on to me there. But I'm going to sit on it probably till I can't come back off my holidays, because I definitely want to make a winter coat this year. I've had this Simplicity pattern sort of sitting in my pattern stash since last summer. I think I got it when we were away at the lakes in May 21, and that was going to be my winter coat last year and I didn't make it. I don't often wear a full length coat, but I just do want to have a full length coat, and also I want to make a full length coat. I think there's some pride in knowing that you've done something. But what I also thought about, and while they were on offer, has that offer stopped now? I'm not sure. At Friday Pattern Company everything was 25%, so I also got the heather blazer, and what I'm thinking is I'm going to make this in a blazer, because I don't see why this would be too much different to make than this would. But for me, I just absolutely love the fit of everything with Friday Pattern Company. Really works for me. Their block, their sizing, and I absolutely love Chelsea's like so long videos that you can do. They just work for my learning style. The instructions are really simple on the patterns, and with the Elysium bodysuit you can also follow it on your phone now as well, which is just brilliant. So I'm thinking of making this as a toile and then extending it into like a full length coat that would be lined. So I'll do the toile first and see how it works, but either way I'm going to make a winter coat, and I'm going to use that £25 voucher towards the fabric for that coat. So I have got some fabric that I probably shared, oh god, maybe a year ago, I don't know, which I got online. I think I got it from Pound Fabrics. It's not the most exciting fabric to show you on here, I'm not going to lie. It's just like a charcoal grey wool blend mix. I've got 3 or 4 metres of it. I've definitely got enough to make sort of a blazer. I've got loads of buttons and things. I've got purple lining which I got to go with it, which I think will look really nice. So I'm thinking that kind of not in this current sort of sofa summer holidays round, but when I get back from holiday early in October, I'm going to make a toile of that in the head with the heather blazer, but keep that one on the sideline just in case. I need some help, because while I was pulling that out of the drawer, I've got a fabric that I got from Rainbow Fabrics. I don't know, maybe a year and a half, 2 years ago. It was one of the first online orders that I got from them. I think it was before you could even go back into stores. Can you remember that? I can remember going to Just So Penrith was the first fabric store I went back into when the first lockdown lifted, and I just wanted to touch all the fabric. Is that really sad? Is it sadder than I normally am? I'm not sure. So anyway, I got this fabric. I think it's an upholstery fabric. I've got 2 meters of it. I absolutely adore it, but obviously it's not cotton, it's not viscose, I don't know what fabric it is really, and it's just sort of sitting there. We've got mustard downstairs, and I am going to make a closet core puffy to go with that in the, like, our mustard sofa, but this is just, it's just yellow. I'm kind of thinking, could I try making a pair of like Saguaro pants or something out of it? Not for holiday, but maybe autumn time. I know it's really bright, I just don't know if I made them, would I wear them? But then I think it's sat in a drawer for a year and a half, so I might as well make something out of it. I mean, it would be perfect to make a jacket. I don't think there's enough of it to make a jacket, and I think if I made it into a jacket, it would be something that I would wear with jeans, and I don't really wear jeans, so I wouldn't really kind of get any use. So that's where I'm at with my thinking. But if you've got any ideas, please drop them down below. I don't even know how wide it is now, but that's not really helpful, is it? It's like whatever wide, I don't really know. Would I even get a pair of trousers out of it? I don't know, but I can lie the pieces on and have a look and see. But that's what I'm thinking with that. It's really heavy, but I suppose even if I made a pair of trousers out of it and just wore it with like a black like sort of sweatshirt type top at home in the winter, you know, secret sewn pyjama type days, yeah, it's better than it getting wasted. It wasn't particularly expensive. I loved the print. I probably didn't read the fabric description. Big shock there. So yeah. So what else do I need to tell you about today? I got a little gadget this week. I ordered this off eBay last weekend, I think. It's come today, and it is a rotary blade sharpener. So you got to get the right size. So I've got a 45mm blade. They do the 60s and the smaller one, I think they're 30. So all that you do is, it's so simple. Sorry, I'm trying not to have the hands. You unscrew these 2 bits and put your blade in there, obviously being careful not to like shred your fingers and cause a horror scene at the same time. So you put them in there, and then you basically put it through there, and you've got 2 sides. So you've got a coarse side and you've got a lighter side, and you turn it 10 to 20 times on the coarse side. I did both sides of the blade, and then you do it on the lighter side. And I've just had a quick go, because I just thought this was £15 or £16. Every time I buy a pack of blades, it's like £10 or so, and they just, if you're cutting a lot of fabric out, they don't last very long. So I just thought this was a great way. Someone's at the front door. Don't you love our Amazon? We changed it from a doorbell to Kid the dog. Not working. I can still hear the dog going nuts in the background. My delivery car's downstairs. So yeah, anyway, anywho, yeah, sharpener. So it seems okay. Work in progress. I'll give it a go. So what else do I need to tell you about, really? I've got 2 other things cut out, which I mentioned that I was going to be making. They're in project bags. Check me out, Rowan. So the first one is cut and ready, which is the So Hailey Jane fabric as a sheer dress. I might just have to pause this while the dog goes loopy. 2 seconds. Okay, there we go. The dog is now settled again, I think. Right, so I've got 2 items that I've already mentioned in my previous vlog, which are going to be shirt dresses. This one is the fabric from Stitch and Ink. This one's cut out, and this one's the one that I just mentioned from So Hailey Jane. I knew this was a 2.5 metre piece of viscose, because that's what you usually get in your classic box. but I do like it long. So on one of these I didn't have enough fabric to cut out the sleeves, and on the other one I didn't have enough fabric for the ruffle. Luckily they were both in stock, so on the Sew Hayley Jane outlet I got another metre of this one, and on Stitch and Ink I got another metre of this one. Both of them were £8 a metre, I think. So I'm hoping they arrive anytime, but actually they're both things that I can be work in progress. So I'm probably kind of do these. I don't usually like doing things like a production line, you know, where you're doing like more than one, but actually it just makes sense, you know, if I'm going to share the bodice, that I'd kind of do all the sharing in one go, and then I can put that machine away. You know, if I'm going to put the elastic into the sleeves, that kind of thing. So I'm probably going to do them in that way, I think. Although if I get confused, I might have to just stop and go back to what I normally do. But yeah, they're ready. So I'm planning to do maybe some prep work with these tomorrow in the morning. I'll kind of do a little bit and get them to a stage, and I'm hoping, fingers crossed, the fabric arrives before Sunday, that by the end of Sew Toon that I can effectively have both of these finished. So that'll be 3 of my holiday dresses finished, this jumpsuit, and possibly that swimwear might be finished as well, and I'll feel like I'm quite well on my way with my sewing plans. Yeah, there's something else that I'd love to be able to share with you, but I just can't share with you yet, and it might be a little while. But something, I did have a nice little bit of news this week, but I'm just going to keep you in suspense. I can't tell you yet, but I'm really excited about it. So there we go. So I hope that you've enjoyed that little Chatty Friday Sews. Drop some comments in below, and yeah, have a lush weekend, and I will speak to you all soon. So bye for now.